Hello everybody, my name is Luke Ambrose. Welcome back to Danganronpa Chapter 3. Now, last video we did a whole investigation and got a little, info from the characters and stuff. And now we're gonna move on to the class trial. And I actually can't wait to see the new design of this trial. Because each trial room has a new design and stuff, and I want to see this, so. But yeah, we did a little investigation, so go watch that episode if you haven't already. Okay, let's get right to it. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamate. I can't speak. Okay, and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there. What the fuck? Hello, hello. It's multiplied. Nope, not multiplication. I just looked that way because of a hallucination. I'm moving so fast. It looks like I've been multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already? You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you. Fine. And if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train, or elevator. I'll see you guys down there. Okay then, shall we? Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet. We'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins. I told you already, I didn't do it for serious. This reminds me, did you ever find the other costume on the notes? Well, no, but how unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit. This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first, then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed HIFUMI and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. HIFUMI. Taka! HIFUMI and Taka! The one who killed HIFUMI and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is someone right here. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk toward the elevator once everyone was abroad. Okay, let's make our predictions. And the seal will begin to move. Okay. While we're going out to the elevator, let's make our predictions. Hero's our number one suspect right now. I think we can mark Buyaka, we can mark Kyoko, we can mark Toko off the list too. And we can mark ourselves, obviously. We can also mark Hina. Actually, no, not Hina. We can mark Sakura. So I think our options are Celeste, Hina, and Hiro. And Hiro is our main culprit, but by the previous trial, I don't think it's gonna be this easy of a case. So I don't think it's gonna be Hiro. So it's between Hina and Celeste. Hina's been very focused on Hiro, so it could be her and she's just pushing the blame on him, or it could be Celeste kind of doing the same thing, because after all, it was mentioned earlier that Celeste has a very good poker face. Oh, wait a fucking damn minute, didn't Celeste say at one point she wanted to test that theory of how lucky we are? Wait a goddamn minute, Celeste then. Maybe, but I can't explain how it's Celeste. I don't have evidence for that. There was no going back. Until we settled it all, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open, opening up on a cruel fate. Let's see how the new trial room looks. Oh my god, we're blue now. Oh, when I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize how just a few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax, only because of you. What? Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute. Stop goofing around, begin the trial. Don't rush me, of course. I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so the curtains open once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yes, I'd like to say it, please. Oh my god, please. Okay, let's set our skills. We learned some skills. We learned vocabulary, which is definitely going to be in play. Then we learned New Liberation, and we learned raise? I swear we learned raise. We got a decent amount of truthful. Oh, we have 17 this time. I think we have more than the last one. I swear we got Celeste's raise before, right? Yeah, we got her raise ability. I don't know why I can't equip that on. Okay, finish preparations, I guess. Here we go. Let's get ready.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Off the bat, accusing.
You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me.
Shut your murdering
Oh, I
mouth,
accidentally skipped
murderer!
him. Oh God.
How are you
Every-
the murderer?
Everyone's just hopping on this
I
train.
am sorry to say, Hero, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite
This feels too
compelling.
easy.
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hero really the killer, or before anything else, we have to make that clear? It feels too easy. I don't think it's Hero because of the fact that it feels too easy. That's the Hero's message. Okay. It was true.
Everything we found in your room. The
Oh,
blueprints,
whoopsie.
The suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Okay.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Uh-huh.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
The handwriting is... Okay, look at the handwriting.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
Oh, fuck
that
you,
are
buddy.
the parts, they are all proof.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong, yeah. That's right, suck it, bitch. That's wrong. That's wrong, because I said so.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
No.
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
Yeah,
So
I don't think
what?
you are either.
Are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero's innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
It was...
Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Don't tell me you're gonna make me pick.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
A suspicious real question. The Illuminati! Oh, what do I do? I don't know what to choose! It had to be a Hero.
I got it! Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
Okay.
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do
I'm
have
interested.
a reason, yes.
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
Oh, I know what that was.
It
It
would
was...
seem that his corpse was moved using certain
I know what that was. It was
particular
the dolly thing.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
The dolly. Oh, yeah.
I got it!
Yeah, I got it! I got it! Be proud of me, Miyaka! There's still one more thing! The things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been... Oh, wait. Blue tarp?
I got it!
Oh, call me a genius!
A dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain.
Okay, explain it.
Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp.
right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared,
There was the marks.
so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
I'm sure. Or unless you got evidence here.
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's
Yes.
blood? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room.
So HIFUMI.
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Oh, wow. Oh, I can explain that. I knew... Well, yeah, I need you to always explain these. That we're gonna ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you see an ammo count. So now there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements, but now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. But once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked in you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Just like locking on, you have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Okay. Oh, wait, we're doing a fever time? Oh, am I doing a tempo? Oh, the moment of truth? I'm gonna hate this.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
Come on.
I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Tab.
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong.
Oh, I'm so dead.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
Oh, I'm so dead.
You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch.
Come on.
You miserable wretch.
Oh!
You have it wrong. I
Oh.
cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me this, give me this, give me this.
Wretch.
Come on. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. Oh my god. Final strike. Oh!
Cannot agree.
The equipment room bloodstain! Oh!
Prove it?
Finally! I won that shit! Suck my dick, Celeste! Kill yourself!
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here.
Oh, thank you, Makoto. I shook my
When
schmookums.
I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Wow. Jesus, Celeste really hate me that much.
Anyway, That was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
All right.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look back at the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? Okay, let's see. Let's see what truth bullets I got in play for this one. Robo-Justice costume. Okay. Let's check out how many we got. Oh my god, we have...
Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yes.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Perfect. Right, you can't bend over due to the waist.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together, remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off just to move the body because you can't take it off by yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid freaking thing. There's a clasp on the back that keeps you from getting it off. It's pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of HIFUMI being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased HIFUMI said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice, that's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, There's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Sure.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
Okay.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted HIFUMI. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find HIFUMI in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? I saw a shadow! Someone moving around the top of the stairs!
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Wait, and HIFUMI went to the 1st floor, and you directed everyone towards the 3rd floor, meaning you could have done you could have got the killing blow. And moved HIFUMI's body. Oh, wow, okay, buddy. I think it's Celeste. That was a rather intense scream for someone like, yeah. We all know what happened here.
and then...
Oh my god. Scream, huh? But what was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been HIFUMI. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back
Yeah,
to
blood
the
in his
nurse's
eyes.
office, we found HIFUMI, and that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about HIFUMI. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
HIFUMI's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Oh my lord.
I think that about covers it.
I
Yes.
see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
Because
certainly
it
seems
is.
to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. Read a bit. Let's do this. Make your argument. Yep. Monokuma File 3. Okay, let's do this. I'm waiting.
So, regarding Taka's death, I
Uh-huh.
wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What
No.
makes you say that?
No, Taka came first.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
No, Taka
while
died
Taka's
first.
death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious
Wait,
Taka came
that's a-
after.
No, I don't think Taka came after, was it? Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying, Makoto.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh, fuck you, you little... Okay, yeah. Hold up, hold up. Makoto, calm your titties.
Oh, what order they were killed in.
Those are the only two I could click! What do you mean? I'm dead. Those are the only two I could click! Okay, buddy.
Bring up the Justice.
Oh my fucking god, that took too long. I had to Google that one, because I had no fucking clue what I was doing.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
True.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. There's something that relates to what time he must have died. Yeah, the wristwatch, right? Yeah, wristwatch. Okay. Give me an I. Give me an I. Give me an S. Okay, nice. Give me a W. Wristwatch. Thank you. Give me a C. Give me much appreciated. Give me an H, please. Rich watch. Thank you. Much appreciated. I don't know. That's like the first Hangman's game that I actually got.
I got it! Taka, see? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared permanently at his wristwatch. That was 10 o'clock, you know that. Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those Justice Hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
For once, it actually is not a bad
If
suggestion.
that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room. Correct. And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's
I think he just
body
walked
got
himself.
moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
Could have not been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way
He
to make
moved
the
himself.
impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Exactly, Kyoko.
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive is it really? Yes, the fucking wipe that we found in the trash can. He moved himself. I knew it. Call me a big brain. Broken whistle. Oh no, not that. Not that. Okay.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt. And you know that surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body
Okay, I think I know what to do.
announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that?
Right here. Get
Maybe
ready.
The announcement was intended to signal someone else's
Suck.
discovery.
What?
It had been found.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I hate absorb bullets. They're so stupid. I hate them.
Was the body
I
discovery
hate them.
announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
Okay,
If
I like
that's
this.
true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly.
We
We
heard.
heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Yes. Second body discovery announcement. The first time I played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. Second time was when both bodies were rediscovered.
We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Ding dong, ding dong. A body has been discovered after a certain amount of time. Yeah, I know.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boo!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body.
It's so
Then it
Celeste.
should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
That's proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. The fucking cloth, man. Oh my.
Here's one thing we do know.
Yes.
The first time we found Hifumi's body was
It's
in
gonna
the
be
nurse's
something to
office.
do. It's glasses.
Instead,
That's the difference
while
right
me and
there.
Celeste were in the bathroom,
Because his
his
glasses
body
changed.
disappeared.
Yes.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
I proved that bitch wrong. Nuh-uh. I already know off the bat. You lying motherfucker. You lying motherfucker. You're the fucking killer too. I know you're the killer too. You are the killer.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi and the nurse's office
Oh
and
my
the
God.
repository.
Uh-huh.
His glasses.
Yes.
That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Yes.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Okay, man, it's the damn cleaning cloth. Where is it? Yeah, right here. Thank you.
Got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
No, because in the refrigerator there are the pints of blood in there.
The fridge in the nurse's office
Yeah.
contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it out, but he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Hifumi?
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
Uh-huh.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository, but when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the piece. What's it called? Where is it?
I got it!
Right there, thank you.
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been...
Well, it wasn't me. It wasn't Hifumi's pants. It's probably Taka.
I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, Neurocyjack's seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get to me. It's gonna be another... Is it just gonna be a normal truth blow, or is this gonna be another thing? I'm going for the broken wristwatch on this one. So we already used Hifumi's glasses, I believe. Or is it Hifumi's glasses? Hold on, let me listen. Hifumi.
But remember what the note said.
Uh-huh. Oh no, wrong one.
What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
Uh-huh.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
Okay, hold on. Let me go through that again. Okay, let me...
Had the note, right?
Yeah, Hifumi had the note, right?
Then the person it was intended for
Yep.
must have been Huffy.
Wait, what? Now it makes no sense.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
I forgot to switch truth bullets. That was my fault. I forgot to switch truth
6
bullets.
a.m., I believe.
The time does matter.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
Oh, I missed. Oh, never mind. I didn't miss.
No, that's wrong.
I used the wrong truth bullet. I forgot to switch.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
Uh-huh.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Gotcha, fam. Don't worry. No, I got you, fam. Let me see. Watch. I got this perfect. Where is it? Was it up more? There you go.
I got it!
There you go.
When
This
I
is too
searched
easy.
Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Sorry, no.
What the fuck is he yapping about?
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
The spotless hammer?
But Justice Hammer
'Cause-
3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office on equipment.
Wasn't one of them
right?
wet? I don't know. Am I going crazy?
So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
And there was a hammer in that one
Wouldn't
room.
be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Oh, I
Those
don't
were
remember.
accounted
I'm pretty
for in
sure
other
one.
rooms, too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The Justice Hammer. I tell you, it's a Justice Hammer. The whole picture on this case won't become clear until we figure that out. It's Justice Hammer. Or the spotless hammer that was cleaned off for a certain reason. Oh wow, look at that. Now where can I put it?
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was,
It was one of the
there's
Justice
one
Hammer.
thing we have to figure out.
Well,
How
it was
did
the
culprit
Justice Hammer, but
even
do I
move
gotta be...
around so freely with the
okay, it
weapon?
must when they mention
How
like
did
Justice Hammer.
nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
Yeah, I agree.
No, that's wrong.
Wait, what? Is that wrong? Wait, never. I proved myself wrong. Okay.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No.
Okay, you know, Makoto, clearly I'm playing as you, but clearly we weren't thinking the same on that part. So go ahead, explain to me. I'm gonna walk away now.
But seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi.
Okay, I call that a justice
All
hammer,
the
buddy,
hammers in
because
the
it's literally just
repository were
painted.
Covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Unless you're a person who treats someone like a slave, aka you, Celeste.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Did we talk about this? We wouldn't have any reason for anyone to work together? At least that's what we thought at first, but... Okay. Oswald's hammer again?
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive.
Uh-huh.
Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
Well, not impossible, but I want to see my other options.
But that only really
Whoops.
applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Can we really say there's no chance two people work together on this?
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us,
Even if more than one, only the one
who actually carried out the act.
So that implies
can
Celeste's
graduate.
one is...
Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply
What?
impossible that two people work together. The rule holds true.
Suck my dick, Celeste. Oh my fucking god. Get outplayed, you mother bitch.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
Yes.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made...
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Kyoko must have noticed the fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at the same series of connected events, but yeah, Kyoko really is amazing, although when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
True killer, yeah, let me... Yep. Sorry, Celeste, you're on my... Celeste, you're a goner.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
Yes, you are.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder...
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Yes, that's
The
exactly what I
idea
was saying.
that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him. That I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless goddamn idiot! Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
Yeah?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What if only, what if is that only Hifumi and Celeste had in common?
I got it!
Yeah, that
The
one.
behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
What?
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow, so I'm moving around the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That was rather an intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as they screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down to the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Fumi. He's in the nurse's office.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Why don't we split up into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. It seems more interesting. For brother Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the captured suspicion road with Toko, Biyaka, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we are on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just
Dot,
realized
dot, dot.
another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
You must have been really enjoying this, enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're all going to die just like those guys did. Or died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Dot, dot, dot. Doesn't make sense, but what is he alluding to? You make me do a fucking absorb ball, we're gonna throw hands. Oh god. Yeah, Monokuma File 3 has nothing to do with this, let's just be honest.
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Those guys.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
I can tell you exactly what was so strange.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys.
Boom, those guys. Alrighty.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Dot, dot, dot.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How
She
do you
keeps
explain
using-
this picture of the
This is
costume
the only
reveal,
picture
dragging
she keeps
Hifumi
using.
away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being
Wait,
dragged
didn't
away.
she say she wanted the camera?
If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no
Like
other
Hifumi,
explanation.
like Hifumi carrying it, maybe? Maybe he's trying to carry it? I don't... Cause it is, oh, it looks like elevated. They're not dancing, I'll tell you that.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Oh god.
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
So let's say you can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away, but is that really possible? Okay, let's see it. Uh-huh.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like...
Suck
No,
it.
that's wrong.
Suck it, bitch. Suck it. It's always the fucking waist they keep bringing up.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
You totally can't pin at the waist. Seems like a totally pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Dot dot dot.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hey, Hifumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right, I remember. Their name, Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Wait! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Last names?
I got it! That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to.
You have a fake name! I remember the conversation we had in the kitchen! Celeste! When we were getting suspicious of Celeste's name.
That's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well? Do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine! Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. Okay. Okay, oh, wait, handbooks, they say each other's real name in it. What? That's what Kyoko meant by handbooks.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something.
Wait.
He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict...
Yeah, I do, bitch. Suck my cock. Yeah, it's your e-handbook. That's what Kyoko meant by the e-handbook.
That's it! The handbook!
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Yep, the handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it when you start it up. It will display your name. I must make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate. ...
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning.
Let's do
and
this.
shed light on all
Let's
the
connect this
crimes.
puzzle.
And that'll bring everything to an end.
Oh my god. Closing argument. Here we are. Oh. What the fuck is going on in here? Okay. He was staring at him while he was staring at him. Okay, perfect. Next. Okay. So we think Yasuhiro walked in during this time. What was with this poster? Was it bloody? Is it supposed to be here? Um, 1 a.m. Sure, 1 a.m. right here. Then I can't tell what's going on in this image, so actually no, come back down here. Let's check out what we got over here. Stuffing Yasuhiro in the suit. So you would okay, so he's here. Maybe like that, cause you're doing it. Oh. Wait, no, not yet, because. Oh wait. This would be the picture, right? This would be a picture, actually. Maybe? Oh yeah, this would be a picture, because it's struggle. Then this is Kiyotaka waiting. So then it would be the watch strikes him down with the bloody, wow, bloody hammer, I guess. Yeah, this is Celeste. Him pushing it. Then we put. I don't know what to put there. Oh, what the fuck do I put there? Let's look. Okay, let's look what we got. Let's look what we got here. Oh wait, no, the bloody one, Give me the bloody one back. Give me the bloody one back. So this, give me this back. This goes to the end. Okay, then right here, I think is this one. Probably. Maybe. Just my guess. Here. What the fuck goes here? Bam. He sees this bam bam on him. Then he goes on the ground, right? If I had to guess, no, probably not that. I don't know that, I guess. That probably doesn't make sense. Or something I already have up. Oh wait, I don't have anything there. Oh, 4. Do I have Justice Hammer 4 here? I do. So that would go there. And that'd probably be there. And that would bring it all to a close, right? Then here would be... What would go here, though? I'm confused. Maybe the bloody hammer. Maybe that instead. No, this, because this is him pushing the dolly, so this makes more sense. I think that's it.
Killer is
Oh my
you.
god. Oh, Makoto, carry me, please.
The killer persuaded
Oh my
someone
god.
to carry out the murder. And that person was
I hope I got 100% on this. Hifumi.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Oh. So far, so good.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds. That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Celeste. Wait, it looks like you're about to make out. Like... Celeste.
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
I lost? When
Yeah.
was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no, Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Oh, different.
Interesting.
Oh. Interesting. Yeah, no, fuck you for those C's, by the way. I aced that one. The final argument, closing argument, I aced it. Yeah, give me my coins now.
Okay, Monokuma.
I got an
I'm
achievement?
ready to begin. Or
Oh, I did.
no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Here we go. Celeste. Guilty. Let's see your execution, baby!
What?
Or not. Again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Fumi's interpretation was beyond all my calculations. So you did approach Fumi with this plan. How did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't even have to lie to get him to agree.
So then,
Then did you use, you know. I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who still's left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... She's talking about alter ego? Yes, she is. What? What? What are you talking about?
just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation. I'm totally out the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words,
Then you're the one that stole it. That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you came up with. Right again. Last night after we had our meeting about it, it disappeared. I paid Hifumi a little visit. So, what are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it. What?
are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. What? And I have
then-
proof. Would you like to see it? It turned out I found a use for that digital camera. Taken, you know, with the Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I showed it to HIFUMI, of course.
Damnation!
Grr, so it was him. But how did he do it? He was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You're correct, that's why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
for me-
Please forgive me. He threatened me. He did.
As for
He
me-
came to my room last night and announced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me. What? And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. Yeah, I mean, I knew he got a little crazy, but never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please, if you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually,
Taka's planning to use her to escape. And he has you as his target. Escape? You don't mean Taka's going to try to kill you.
indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself. That bastard. Bastard.
Honestly,
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She I have to save her.
actually,
Then would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have to come up with a plan. Huh? I devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Put me a grip without a second thought. The effect that it had on was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me. I have another question for you. Was that strange costume HIFUMI's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make someone to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make someone like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place. So I decided to make me the suspect. Because you're stupid. That's it?
Let's see.
In that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry.
Well,
But were you explaining your plan to HIFUMI? How did you explain the part about him playing dead? That's what she asking is. What was HIFUMI supposed to do after that? Assuming you had actually let him live.
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, when someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to him, to HIFUMI, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, HIFUMI would have had an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, HIFUMI ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end,
So you planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about
No,
that.
he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far? Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment of our new life here began, my only thought has been escape. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch.
Obviously that was a lie.
Hey,
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here. I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why, huh?
It's fine.
Because I had a dream. Accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up my dream forever.
Honestly,
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make an metaphorical killing.
as for me,
And it was all for that dream. What was the dream of
isn't
yours?
it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? Oh, God. and gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers slash bodyguards. I also want to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of descendants. I mean, the rest of my life there was the only dream, my life, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Proud of my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but unfortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
Sounds so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it.
Oh.
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying, and plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unraveled, and I take pride in that. That's why people can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared? That's right, I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, it would be reincarnated if I had a choice then.
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I'd be like to come back as Mary Antoine.
Hey.
You would just get executed again. Celeste smiled then. When she did, it looked like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she would fool her own feelings. But that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak fake smile was what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Okay. You all done? Okay, let's get rolling. The black and disturbed the piece and then must pay the price. Now then, I prepared a very special punishment for her. The ultimate gambler.
Give it everything we've got! It's
Punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why, actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again, in another life.
Time to die. Here we go. Woo! Well, no, not woo. For her, it's not really a woo. For us, it is, because it's our win. But... she died in the end. She paying the price. Oh, wow. Bum 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 bum. Oh wow, look at the castle. Is that the castle you wanted, Celeste? It's a lot of Monokumas. What am I looking at? The burning of the Versatile's witch. So it's like going Salem style? Is she getting burned alive? Wow. Great music too. Wow. Get burned alive. Like a Salem witch, kinda, you know? Because that's what she is, a witch. No way. Yep, getting burned. I bet she's utterly terrified right now. Oh, what the fuck is that? That's a fire truck. I'm gonna have to put out the fire. It's okay, Celeste. We're coming to save you. Oh, she's gonna get hit by that. Oh, never mind. We're not coming to save you. Oh. I think Celeste survived. I did not survive. Oh, good job, Monokuma. You put out the fire. Good job. I'm proud of you. We're proud of you, Monokuma. Good job, bud. We love you. Yes, yes. Oh my god. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I can't deny that. At one point, I considered her a friend, too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world and so many people had to die. You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, I didn't hear. I thought you guys were going to pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
Well, what do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Dad,
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that's reality. It just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you going to make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste? So, what's the deal with that? ... Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What? Oh, answer me. What'd you do to my body?
Ooh. How exciting.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. ... What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. What does that mean? Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here. Meanwhile, you guys can go enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! See ya! Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair, there was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's the key that Celeste gave you? Most likely it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers. What? Then that means... Let's probably hit it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. Left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. It still says chapter 3, so technically this video continues. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said, I'm going to go alone from here. Everyone else headed to the dining hall and check with you later. Why exactly? Are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. ... Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. ... Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya. That's up to you now. Okay, yep, you guys do that. Yep, go, yep.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So then...
When you get into that locker, Kyoko took the key Celeste giving her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw...
You really came.
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. Never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I just said what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow? I'll do my best, so please just a while longer. So now we officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but don't take a second since we haven't had the opportunity. I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know. I don't need to know. That's just what makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that, it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too? No? I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. ... I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see... Oh god. What I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action. ... Wow.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera and monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back. You said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet? Could Kyoko really be right about this? In this one? It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about. Could it really be hidden here? Oh, like this odd little thing? Said it was way in the back of the storage closet. I mean, But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet, and suddenly, as if I was being yanked in, oh wow, it opened. Goshonk. At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. Ba-bump. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out, the back wall was like a revolving door, and I made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom was looking forward to the storage closet. In the way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room. There's a secret room, but what's in here? This is a cool room. There's a bunch of files. It looks like volumes. Yeah, covered in dust. Must be Academy student registry. It's the only thing here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had the chance to look at it, a slip of paper fell the file and it turned it to my attention. You must not leave. You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said, I can't leave, but you must not leave? ... What is this? My head feels funny. The strange sensation, it feels like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Oh. Hello, you. I got whacked. A strange sound rang through my head. Felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it'd been. Ow, apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull throbbing pain in my head that much. Can I get out of here now? What's on the desk? It's just normal, yeah, normal drawers. Empty bookshelf. Wait, empty. It's all gone. The yearbook, students registry, and yeah, it's all gone. Okay, I'm just going. Yeah, go back to my room so I can end the video, please. Thank you. Oh my god. My body was heavy with pain. My mind heavy with the thought. I dragged myself toward my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. The further I walked, the more I felt things were getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I thought I saw someone collapsing right there, and after that, ... As if that's as in I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound. It's coming from the gym. I did all my shaky frame toward the gym as the sound got stronger and stronger. Cranked, go, what the fuck's going on? What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? The big sounds as I opened the doors to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Ka-chow! Byaku! Ga-ga-ga-ga! Pouching! Byaku dun-dun-dun! What are they doing? Before me, there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No. One side's not human, that's for sure, but... regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
What do you think you're doing?
Sakura.
I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat. No longer compromise. No longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be the mastermind spy is next generation legend, stand tall, galactic hero. The end. Oh, thank you. 1, 2, 3 gone. 7 remain. To be continued. Oh my god. Super Robot Justice present. Wow. Yeah, let's go. Okay, you know, we're gonna end the episode here. Leon killed Sayaka. That's correct. If you all enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you thought. I hope you're all enjoying the Danganronpa series so far. And this was part 10, I believe. God damn, we're on part 10? Oh, we're sure to get a lot of parts going. But make sure you subscribe and join my Discord server. And yeah, do all that. And I hope you enjoyed this very long video. See you guys. Boop boop.